And man, if there's ever a generation that has lost the ability to truly love, it's this one right here.
I want to be a dance that we won't forget. I got so much dirt under my fingers, and I got cutting nerves that always linger. Oh, it takes so much strength, but darling, can we slip away? Started having fun, stop making sounds. No freaks like us that won't ever get to have a second chance. We didn't have to run, we stopped feeling chance. No freaks like us are dying now for a second chance. All the respect that I feel I deserve, it's just ego talk. And when I expect anything at all, I know I gotta walk. I cut all my teeth for total strangers, keep searching for release, keep searching for bangers, play rock and roll song to heal the heart of a broken man. Started having fun, stop making sense. 'Cause freaks like us don't ever get to have a second chance. We didn't have to run, stop feeling tense. No freaks like us are dying now for a second chance.
And man, if there's ever a generation that has lost the ability to truly love, it's this one right here.
I wanna swim through the water so deep. Oh God, I need to sweat. And when we dance, I want to be a dance that we won't forget. I got so much dirt under my feet.
city has gotten too crowded, and now there's only one way out. Follow the highway north, on past Barry, all the way to Sudbury, but stay on the lighted path. Never go beyond the Kine and their settlements, because out there, well, that's lupine territory, and they don't like us much. But whatever's in Sudbury, whatever's there, has pushed them out. And now, it's our turn. Not all darknesses are the same, and not all things frighten all people. You never know what's behind closed doors, or what secrets you may find. And who knows, if we're very lucky, the clouds may part and we'll see the stars. Coming this Saturday at 1 p.m. to Archives of the Dragon.
Welcome, viewers. A reminder that the world of darkness and its content is for mature audiences. Vampire the Masquerade contains some dark and potentially disturbing themes. If something is too uncomfortable or triggering for you, you can always mute or leave or pause until you feel safe or comfortable enough to return. This game is recorded in advance so that we can be in chat to discuss the game with you and answer any questions. I am your amateur storyteller, Corey, aka Unconscious Celestial, and these are our wonderful players.
Hello, I am the Ivy Raven. I play Emma Thornhill, Clan Tremere.
Hi, I am Coyote Lewis, and I play Hannah of Clan Gangrel.
Hello, I am Mickey Bear, and I play Lexi of Clan Toreador.
Hello, I am Juan He, and I play Lilith, Clan Toreador.
Hi, I'm Rain, aka Rotia, and I play Thea, of Clan Brewhy.
That'd be Brewha for all.
Brewha, sorry. Yes.
Okay, welcome to Sudbury by Night. As kindred, you're used to dark nights, but city kind can get comfy, relaxed, complacent even, within the city lights, thusly making city kindred similar. It's easy enough to lure your prey into the shadows of a back room or alley, the kind bold and unsuspecting. Traveling north into rural areas where nights are darker may prove to be a challenge for these kindred. Some rural kind have instinctual hesitations left over from predators that prefer to stalk in the darkest of country night. They would lock up their livestock in houses, and late-night walks were accompanied by large dogs. People going missing was noticed and reported very quickly. But now, the city of Sudbury has been growing, and streetlights shine brightly upon people enjoying late-night walks and entertainment. Some city kind have migrated, bringing with them their sense of social solitude and more relaxed demeanors. Further out of the city, farmhouses aren't always locked so tight anymore, although now farmers prefer to use guard animals like llamas, alpacas, and emus, rather than the smaller packs of dogs. Wolves may not be so much of a problem here anymore, but there are always coyotes and foxes trying to catch a midnight snack. Rouse checks, please. Hannah, are you good?
Mhm.
Lilith,
Yes,
you
I'm
got
good.
hungrier?
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to move on from there. So, how do you all begin your evening?
Well, Lexi is going to wake up, shower, get dressed, and something a bit more, something a bit less colorful, but still fashionable. Um, and he is going to send a message to the rest of the group because I don't think he's ready to call this a coterie yet. Um, but he's going to send a message to the rest of the group saying, "Does anybody want to go gallivant and rabble rouse tonight?"
And that's sent to Emma, Hannah, Thea, and Lilith.
Yep.
Okay. Hannah, what do you do?
Hannah is going to go out and start my evening with a jog, just like a normal like out in the wooded like hiking trails and stuff, and go out for a jog.
Emma?
Emma is going to wake up, sort through her books some more. She's, double check her wards. But she will respond to Lexi's text message and just say, where did you have in mind? Not being holed up is probably a good thing. Something along those lines.
Thea?
Thea will get up, get dressed in pencil skirt, heels, and a black blouse, and then respond to Lexi with, "That might be a good way to start the night."
And Lilith?
Lilith will get up and, trying not to be noticed, they go down to the kitchen to the secret room, grab a bag of blood, drink some, and then she'll go take a shower and get dressed. And then seeing Lexi's text, will respond and be like, "Sounds like fun. There's nothing else to do."
Hannah, did you check your phone before you went for a jog?
I'll have like looked at it, rolled my eyes a little bit, and didn't respond and just kept jogging.
Okay.
And Lexi will respond to any inquiries saying to meet at the club where, and I'll provide an address where Waverly is the bartender.
Okay.
That being what Yelp describes as the most happening place in Sudbury.
One of them, but yes. One of the more busier ones.
Quick question, ST. Is
Yes.
it weekend, middle of the week, what? I would prefer middle of the week if it helps.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just because I'd prefer it to be a little bit less busy so that I can actually, so that I don't have to go out of my way to get Waverly's attention.
Okay, so let's say that the event with Baron Donovan before you all came up here was on a weekend, so that Tuesday, Wednesday. Okay, so everybody except Hannah is meeting Lexi at the bar/club. that Waverly is at.
Yep.
How do you
And-
arrive?
Emma's just going to drive over in her little truck, and if they have like street parking out like front or something, so it's more like visible, she'll park there instead of parking out of the way someplace. So
Okay.
Thea will get a ride with Lilith if she is willing.
Yes. Question: do I still have that ride from the Baron, or would I have to have Lexi come get us?
If you drove up there with Lexi, let's say it's still a little too early for the Baron to have brought a vehicle up for you, so one of you should probably message Lexi for a ride. Yeah.
All right. So receiving that message, I'll go and pick them up. And I'll, as I arrive, I'll just be like, so, anybody heard from Hannah?
No.
Hold on, let me try something. Damn, it didn't work. So much for that gangrel mystique.
Lilith is gonna actually text Hannah and be like, Hannah, you alive? Are you coming?
I'll flip flip my phone open.
Yeah.
And respond to both of them that I'm out jogging and that I'll meet them at the bar. And I'll as I'm doing that, I'm just like making my way jogging to the bar.
Okay.
I don't have a car, Lexi.
I could pick you
So-
up, Hannah.
I've got my own 2 feet.
Good thing you don't sweat.
Only reason I'm jogging to the bar.
As long as you don't show up in some Lululemons.
You don't know.
Lemons are necessarily gangrel attire, but so Thea and Lilith and Lexi, do you have a conversation before you go
If
to the
they-
bar, or
If they'd like to. Or we could travel in silence.
This is probably a good way to start the night, but maybe once the bars close, we should see about going to check out around the mine or something.
Oh, I will be happy to chauffeur you. But
Don't want to get your hands dirty.
how do I put this? I am mine averse because, you know, do I really have to explain why? It's just, I don't like mines. Hey, look at my hands. Do you see calluses?
I wasn't saying we were going to go in them. We're looking for werewolves. Are they going to be underground?
Probably not.
So
Would it-
why would we go under?
Why?
But
This whole thing of looking for werewolves is just not really. I understand the necessity for it. It's still just. It's like. I'm sure that there's some proverb out there about, you know, crying wolf or tigers by tails or some such that applies here, but anyway, let's go establish ourselves in the city first, and then we can worry about the rural areas. I mean, hell, who knows? Maybe we can get some people to do our searching for us.
true.
Lilith, do you have anything to add to the conversation?
she would probably look at them like really confused about what they mean by the mine. So she'd probably be like, "So what happened last night before you guys decided to come back to?"
We went out, we met some people, and grabbed a bite, and that was that.
There's a big mine in town.
Apparently, yes, a big guy. I think he said copper mine.
So you both think that the werewolves are in the copper mine?
Well, no, but we need to check the area, and if that's a big employer of the area and any of them are hanging around.
I mean, what I know about lupines couldn't fill a thimble. So where they live, how they live, all I know is Gerger, big scary, gonna kill you quick. And I prefer not to learn anything more about them if I can help it, because ignorance is bliss. And by that I mean I don't. If I'm in a situation where I am forced to learn about them, I'm probably going to not enjoy that situation. But I digress. As I stated, kindred like cities. So let's figure this town out, and then we can proceed to having an established sphere of influence for when the Baron arrives.
Okay, so as you three make your way to the bar in the car, Emma, when you get there, because I'm presuming you'll get there first since Lexi's leaving from the town of Sudbury out and back again. So what do you do when you get to the bar?
Shoot. Probably going to go in and I'm going to ask. I'm gonna order a bottle of beer, just whatever. I don't care what it is, just like local something. And I'm going to find a booth if there are any, like against a wall, and I'll plop myself down in it. So the beer is purely cosmetic.
Okay. You were able to procure the beverage pretty easily. It's a quieter night. Tuesday and Wednesday is not so active in bar hopping people. So
Perfect. Yeah, like I said, I'll plop down in a booth if they have them. If they don't have booths, I'm assuming they have booths in this establishment. I will find one and sit down in it, but I will just be kind of like watching the room. I know it's not busy, but it's important to kind of watch the room. So
for the purpose of the story, yes, there will be booths in the back.
Okay, sorry.
I don't actually.
Even if there are just like tables, I would have sat down on whatever kind of seating they had. I assume they probably had some sort of booths or something. So yeah.
Probably near the back. Storyteller note: the bar that I am basing this off of, I've never actually been inside, so we're just gonna storytell that one and say that yes, there's probably along the back some more quieter for larger groups, or the smaller one for smaller groups. So
perfect.
So by the time Lexi, Thea, and Lilith arrive, Lexi is walking in with two lovely ladies on either arm, and is Waverly bartending.
Yes.
Fantastic. Ladies, and upon seeing Emma, I will sort of say, ladies, if you would like to join Emma, I will get us drinks.
All right.
Okay.
Make my way over to Emma's booth and sit down.
Lilith will go sit down as well.
How you both doing tonight? That kind of night.
Yeah.
Emma's when you sit down, Emma's gonna kind of like, oh shit, and she's gonna kind of turn if she can face the wall a little bit, she's gonna face the wall. I roused for blush of life, and she's gonna be like, that was a fucking. She's gonna kind of come back around. She's gonna have a little bit of color, slight bit of color to her face. She's like, that was a fucking mistake on my part. Thank God this place is slow tonight. So hopefully nobody noticed the creeper walking in here looking half dead. So
Currently in the bar, there is Waverly, the bartender, a few people at the actual bar, and probably a group or two near the front of the tables.
Yes, to that point, coming in to the bar, assumption of competence, hopefully we all blushed. And the Lexi will approach Waverly. You said there was only a few patrons at the bar?
At the bar. Yep.
Okay. So I will sit at one end of the bar, closer to the register, so she doesn't have to travel quite as far. And I'll just kind of wait until she notices me. Shouldn't take long.
Nope. She kind of slides on over, leans over the bar a little bit. What you need?
Oh, what do I need? That is a loaded question. Well, do you have bottle service here?
Not tonight.
Not tonight, of course. Well, huh. How's about a round of amaretto and sours and whiskey neat with a water back for me? And what about you? It doesn't look too terribly busy. Perhaps you'd like to join us in a drink.
No, I'm okay. Not on the job.
Not on the job. Forgive me, I forgot to ask. What's your name?
Waverly.
Waverly. I'm Lexi.
Nice to meet you, Lexi.
Nice to meet you. I hear tell you are the proprietress of this lovely establishment.
Kind of stand-in.
Care to elaborate?
Nah, you don't really need to know.
Oh, I do. Please tell me.
She smiles and kind of goes off to not necessarily ignores you, but just goes to start getting the drinks ready.
Mm-hmm.
Comes back. Do you want this at the table?
I can take it over there. Just wondering who I need to talk to about finding a job.
Oh, okay. Well, that's me. You can talk to me about that. That's fine.
See, I told you I needed to know.
Waverly kind of looks around. It's a quiet night. Give me about half an hour and we can have a semi little interview. How's about that?
I am at your disposal, madam.
Alrighty then. See you in a bit.
Fantastic. And I will take the drinks over to the table and I will pass them out. Oh. And I'll go back to the bar. Can I also have 1, 2, 3, 4 pints of lager, please?
Can do.
Fantastic.
You get those pretty quick.
Yeah, I will take them back to the table. Ladies, enjoy. And I will actually drink my whiskey and sip at my water.
Emma's just kind of rocking her beer around in a circle, like if it's in a bottle, just kind of rolling it around, like she's looking at all the alcohol, and she's like, who the fuck is gonna drink all this shit?
Well, if needs be, I can, but hopefully we can at least make it look like we're patrons.
Yeah, that's the dummy beer that I am not carefully not drinking, but it's okay.
Well, see what you do, Emma.
mhm,
Take that beer into the
mhm.
loo, dump it out. Okay. And then you bring it back to the table, take a drink of your amaretto and sour, and then chase it.
See, you got all those those fancy big city tricks. I'm too used to just, this isn't really my scene, as it were, hanging
Well,
out in the bar. So
that's why you have me to teach you the ways.
Anna, when do you get there?
I probably about now I'd get there. I'll blush as I'm getting ready to come in like workout attire. So basically, like, I'm not wearing gross sweatpants, even though I wanted to joke about that. I'm just wearing like leggings and like a
Yeah.
workout tank top, and running shoes. It's noticeable that not Emma, Hannah is pretty muscular, surprisingly, for her somewhat shorter frame. I'll look around the room, spot them, and then head over.
Okay.
But I digress. Yes, there's many things we can do to hide what it is we actually drink. That's just one method, you know. You can discover various and sundry ways to fake it until you make it, if you will. Fortunately enough, am not cursed with that particular bane, so I can.
aren't you Mr. Lucky? So see, I'm used to doing it like this, and you see Emma just take the bottle and start chugging, and then she immediately stands up and just hauls ass to the restroom.
I'll slide into the seat as Emma leaves.
As Hannah slides into the seat, Lexi notices the muscular frame and it's just kind of like, well, aren't you just carved out of marble?
It's a lot of work. It was a lot. Oh, it was a lot of work. Hi.
I appreciate the effort, madam. So, Lilith, did the Baron give us any? Forgive me. Did our employer give us any special guidance?
He didn't inform me much of anything. I just know that we are coming up him for a mission for him. I don't know much more than that.
So, currently I'm working on ingratiating myself into establishments such as this to be able to better get a pulse on the society, if you will. A brief reminder, if anyone asks, we need to establish a cover story, which I don't think we necessarily have yet. I recommend we refer to your employer as a venture capitalist looking to build something that will bring jobs to the community so that, that will smooth the way for him to gain influence with the local muckety mucks.
Mm.
Thoughts?
I do agree with you on that. But since you are the more, I don't know, charming type, I feel like you could be the spokesperson per se for this little.
Are you saying this is something you can't do? Aren't you also the fruit of the garden?
Yes, but I have talents elsewhere, like in performing. That's what I do. I
Damn it. I was really hoping for a nice little 1-2 punch betwixt you and I. What about you, Thea?
I, well, my experience is more with the lower classes of society, but I can handle myself.
If there's one thing I've learned throughout the course of my existence is that get somebody drunk enough and everyone is a member of the lower class of society. So put that in your pipe and smoke it. What about you, Hannah?
Has storyteller, has anyone like given me any strange looks with obvious predator?
Probably a couple of the males have kind of given you like a like kind of like whoa, you know, the heebie-jeebies. But other than that, you know, it's as far as your outward demeanor, probably not a whole lot. They're really focused in their own.
Okay. Look, I'll be looking around a little bit. I have like one thing I'm good at, and it's not being a people person at all. I usually make everyone a little uncomfortable.
Emma's going to come out of the bathroom at this point. And as she comes out, she's actually going to scan the room again, but this time she's going to scan it with Sense the Unseen. Do you want to roll or do you want me to roll?
No, go ahead.
Okay. Whew, 3 successes.
Okay.
There doesn't have to
Not-
be anything. I'm just looking.
Yeah, not a whole lot going on.
That's perfect. That's good. I mean, it's better than better than seeing something I
Something hidden
didn't
going
want to
on.
see.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna head back over to the booth. I'm gonna sit down and thanks for joining us, Hannah. I wait. This isn't my party. Whatever.
Sorry to crash.
No. I'm talking like one of those trite party leaders that you see in some of those fantasy novels and such. So I apologize. No. Sorry. Don't mind me. Don't mind me.
Emma, have a seat. We were just discussing ways in which we can grease the wheels for Lilith's employer to open his business here in Sudbury.
That's cool. I mean, Emma's gonna slide back into the booth or whatever, wherever space. That's fine. Yeah. I mean, it's a good plan.
Do you have any suggestions? We have Hannah and Thea on security. We have me as the face. We have Lilith as, well, she has a very particular set of skills. What about you? What do you bring to the table?
That depends. I mean, I guess I was talking to Hannah about it on the drive up here. I'm more of like a researcher. I do because it's research and it's a lot of just kind of whatever I want to look into because it's been the joy of my freedom. It's getting to look at what I want to look at. So I don't know. It's hard to quantify, but I don't want to say.
So,
Hmm?
if I may make a recommendation as to how you can facilitate the establishment of Lilith's employers move up here, is perhaps start doing some research into zoning and who is on the zoning board, as well as local authorities and aldermen, et cetera, et cetera. That is information that we currently do not have that we very desperately need. Toot sweet. I know it's not exactly the type of research you're used to, but when in Rome.
No, that's fine. It's something different. I'll have to get a little bit of help on some of that stuff, but it's okay. So
If you need an extra set of eyes, I am at your disposal.
oh no. I meant more of like I'm gonna have to have my helper go and get some paper files for me that I can't access because sun up, sundown kind of
Because of your
situation.
working schedule, yes.
Yes, because
Yes.
it's hard to get in and get the stuff when they're actually open. So
Yeah, we do keep rather odd hours. That's perfectly fine, so long as we are getting the information we need, by all means. Hannah,
Mm.
so the boss's house.
Mm-hmm.
You and Lilith had an opportunity to go snooping around there, if you will. Did you find anything interesting that bears repeating, or was it fairly mundane?
Mm, pretty mundane. I mean, Bert said something about playing billiards, but didn't see anything strange, and the area was reasonably clean. It all just was, you know,
Antiseptic.
yeah, it was a little clean in the area.
Well,
The couch was comfortable.
Yeah, there you are. Once we've been there a bit longer, I'm sure that it'll get that more lived in feel.
you're funny, Lexi. That's a good one.
I
All
do
the
try.
puns.
I do try. What puns? It's common parlance, isn't it, dearie? But I digress. As far as I can tell, there's this bar and a few others that are the main, shall we say, draws for people as far as nightlife is concerned. So establishing safe houses around here for discreet tete-a-tetes would probably behoove us as well. Now, I don't know what kind of funds you all have access to. Lilith, did your employer provide you with any liquid assets to make said purchases?
Do I have DM? Do I have any way to get money, or do I have any money that has been sent to me?
Yep. Yep.
Because in that,
You would have as a coterie, you'd probably have a group account, if you will, where money is funneled in.
we're going to need that then to start purchasing. I really wish he had sent somebody. Not saying that I didn't want you. I'm just. Well, I suppose we can get in touch with Bart. He can do the appropriate shell corporation type stuff.
Well, I mean, he already bought a house and has that all set up, so wouldn't he already have potentially something up here? Just
Well,
saying.
from what I understood, the house was expressly for us to have a base of operations from which to uh, achieve the goals that he had set out before us. One of them being establish um, Iraq and reconnoiter around for the potential threats that to the enterprise.
The safe house was provided for those who would need it, but it was also going to be their base of operation as well.
Yeah. And so, you know, we are going to have to, as fast as we can, establish the very minimum of what is necessary in order to fulfill the traditional requirements of our enterprise.
You're gonna struggle in that mightily, Lexi. This is how do we say, this is where there's a reason I came out here, and it's not because it would be easy for somebody to set up position of power or for them to set up their enterprise or anything else. This is solely
No,
because
I'm not.
you're
I'm
I,
I'm veiling my transactions, Emma.
I know what you're doing. I'm saying you're talking about using, building the R word, and I'm just have to laugh internally because I don't think you're not. It's a cute sentiment, but I think you're going to struggle greatly in that one. Maybe I'm wrong. I mean, you could show me I'm wrong, but there's just, I don't know. We'll see. You're muted.
Lexi, you're muted.
Every city in which we find ourselves, we have to establish certain baseline zones. It's the nature of the beast. If we wish to cloak our dealings as we are wont to do, there must be a modicum of order imposed.
Oh, I think you're misunderstanding me. I'm not saying these things aren't important. These things shouldn't be done. I'm just saying that it's going to be more
Difficult to
difficult
accomplish. No,
than just being like Toronto or any other major cities. But I'm sure you look like a man who likes a challenge. Me, I shy away from them, so I will admit that that's one of my shortcomings, as I've been told. But no, definitely we should do all these things. I will get to work on the zoning information stuff for you.
Thank you. In the meantime, I believe the other aspect of this particular enterprise was ascertaining competitive elements in the region, and I believe Hannah and Thea had something to add to that. As far as any searching you've done for competitive elements, either one of you?
Well, I haven't done any yet, but
It's only the second night. I mean, I should say we only just arrived last night, and you and I were engaged last night. So
a little busy.
Yeah.
For the most part, even on my jog this evening, I lived up here for a little while and I haven't noticed much in the way of competitive markets.
That's encouraging.
That's very encouraging.
Well, I mean, we'll see.
Yes.
I couldn't promise anything closer to the mine or anything like that. I haven't went over that way, but
Yes.
at
I
least in
prefer-
this immediate vicinity and some of the campgrounds and stuff, haven't noticed anything.
I have a meeting here in a bit with the proprietress of this establishment. While I'm doing that, it might behoove you to make a more thorough circuit of the city proper and use that as our, as our pinhole location, and then search out from there.
Hannah, just interjecting, you would know there's actually more than one mining company in the area.
Okay.
Closer to where the safe house is on that latitude. There's a couple of mines over that way. They're a little bit smaller. The one that I mentioned, Copperville, is closer to the water.
Oh, okay. Okay. I could do a circuit, see what I can find, but it might take me a few nights.
Oh, by all means, take all the time that is necessary, and please do not go alone. I would hate for you to run into something that might impede your further investigations. But I
Around
digress.
this time, Waverly comes over with another round of what you had asked for previously, the whiskey and some sours.
Oh, lovely. Ladies, may I introduce the woman I was speaking of earlier? This is Waverly. Waverly, this is the ladies. We are fairly new to town and
I noticed.
getting a feel for the city. So far, it's a lovely little hamlet.
I don't think I've seen you before. She points to Hannah, Lilith, and Thea. But she thinks she might have seen Emma before. Not sure, could be one of those face things, but wait a
Well,
minute. Waverly kind of points back at Emma. No. The bookstore? No.
Oh yeah, I know. Okay, so I can correct that for you. The bookstore is, I have a business arrangement with the owner of the bookstore. I help them acquire some of their more like specialty items for them at times. So yes, you are correct, though. There is a bookstore involved. It's not my bookstore. It's
No, I know. I remember late night walking past, anyway. Sorry, Lexi, continue.
by all means, continue on. But as I was saying, the like I said, we are fairly new to the city and are looking to put down roots. And I brought them here because last night I came here and it seemed like a fairly enjoyable establishment, and so I thought I'd share the wealth and bring them as well. It was a lot of fun. It really was.
I'm glad. It was
And
pretty busy the other night.
it was. And that's
Weird for a Monday.
well, Mondays I have found are often one of, as far as through traffic is concerned, Mondays can oftentimes be one of your busiest nights because going to work on a Monday, getting done on a Monday, there's a lot of stress. There's a lot of, and especially in a more labor focused economy like this, people need to work the kinks out. And so they come to their they go to a watering hole and get properly watered, if you will.
I get it.
Noticed you
I
were
mean,
I
this is
noticed
my
you,
job, but
yeah, I noticed you were having a bit you were a bit taxed the other night. That's why I thought I could offer my services. I am an experienced tender of the bar.
all right, go show me some skills.
At which point Lexi will go up there and start making a martini.
How much
So you
flair?
do the full shaking and flare and
Yeah.
everything.
Nope.
No?
I just make a damn good martini very quickly.
Very quickly is the what?
Key phrase, yeah.
Especially up here, not a lot of people really care for not on a regular night. Maybe on like the Saturday crowd, Sunday crowd, maybe Friday crowd, but
The true gift
not
of my
during the week.
clan, knowing their audience.
So Waverly's impressed at the quickness. Not it definitely rivals her own, but not like it passes it just a little bit, but not to the point of like
Well, no, if I made myself better than her, then she might get upset with me. I got to be able to fulfill a assistant role, not you know, not be better than her. But I digress. What else would you like me to make?
hmm.
You know what? Let me just take a guess here. You look like an old-fashioned kind of gal.
To be honest, I don't really drink a whole lot. I know that's weird for a bartender, but
But when you do, you enjoy the finer things. At which point
yeah,
I'll reach back for a good rye and start mixing up an old fashioned. And I'll present her to her and say, wrap your lips around that.
gives it a try. Pretty impressed. I'm going to have you make a roll.
Sure.
When Lexi says that, Emma, since she's sitting next to Hannah, she walked down next to Hannah, she ribs kind of Hannah in the side, like, I bet that's not the first time he's ever said that to somebody.
No, I doubt it's even the first time he said it to anybody today.
I'm sorry. I just sorry. Hannah.
Nah, don't
I
be
have-
sorry. He seems like he's one of those kind of individuals that every other phrase is an innuendo.
Yeah. I'm just I don't know. Sometimes I have to make up for my own deficiencies by ribbing others. So
I'm going to
Seems
throw
like
one
a
out
fun
here
one to rib.
for performance bartending wise. What would impress the most? If you have a role that you feel would work better, let me know. I was going to suggest dexterity and performance, but
That works. Just pulling up my sheet here. Take out one for the blood die. Oh boy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes with a critical.
okay. Critical success.
Yes.
Okay. So Waverly is pretty damn impressed. Doesn't it's been a while since someone has come in with that
Level of acumen.
even just yeah. Tell you what, if you're free this weekend, we'll do a trial shift See how you can handle against a good crowd. And we'll go from there.
The whole weekend,
Sound good?
Friday, Saturday, or is there a
Let's do
ladies' night on
Friday.
Thursdays? Friday. I will be here with bells on.
I appreciate it. She
And,
gets up and goes back to the bar.
Yeah, and I will go back to the table. Well, we are off and running. In my experience, if you can get your hands on the vice in a city, you get your hands on the city eventually. And we have our toe in the door. So, ladies, finish your drinks and let's get out of here before the answer changes from a yes to a no.
Oh, these drinks were for us to fake with? Oh, okay.
I think I don't know. I already you know.
You just hear, and I just start shotgunning the drinks.
I
It's all
down
gonna
a
come out eventually.
I down a couple as well. So Lexi's not stuck drinking all of them.
And
Sours.
I will leave about $150 on the table, and then stand up and start trying to walk my way out of the bar.
Good show. All right.
It doesn't affect the alcohol doesn't actually affect me, I know, but I have to put on the show.
Hannah's gonna like kind of see it and just like start steering his shoulders.
There we go. That's fucking teamwork.
Walking once I go past the bar, Emma is going to hold out. She's going to hand Waverly one of her business cards under her mask's name, and she's also
Okay.
going to say, "Don't worry, we're not going to let him drive." So he's we don't want to have an incident tonight. So
Y'all look like you're capable. I trust you.
yeah, well, we'll see.
She
Once we
takes
get
the
far-
card and just
yeah.
kind of pockets it. Just got a pocket on that's not in her shirt. That's like in a pocket.
If she's wearing
Good
a pearl
girl.
snap, if she's wearing a pearl snap flannel, that's just
Emma's just gonna have a good evening, Waverly, and then she'll head out the door as well. So
and once we get
Okay.
far enough away, Lexi will straighten up and be like, "Okay, note to self: never order you all drinks."
I mean,
That was damn good whiskey sour. She actually mixes a good drink.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah, I am sorry for that. So,
yeah.
what's next on the agenda, ladies?
Depends on what you want to check first. There's some of the smaller mines up north of the house. Bigger ones on the other side. Or the south side, my bad.
Yeah.
There's some mines around the house. And then the other large ones closer to the water.
Might be an idea to check the ones closer to the house first.
Well, my car is yonder. Shall we anon?
Sure. I'll follow. I'm not gonna leave my truck here, so I'll follow you guys.
Allons-y.
I'll
And I
hop
will-
in with
And-
Emma.
Okay.
Nice.
And I think that is where we are going to call it for break. Welcome back. Okay. So, you're all heading to the mines that are around the house then. So lower south of the house. Same longitude. Is it longitude? Latitude? I don't remember.
Longitude is east-west.
And so latitude, north-south. Okay. So along the same latitude.
Latitude is your x-axis, longitude is your
Oh.
y-axis.
Anna and Emma are traveling together, and I'm going to assume Thea, Lilith, and Lexi together.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. So as you get closer to the mines, you notice how much brighter the area is. All the buildings are still in operation, and there are vehicles going around from building to building. How do you want to do this?
I didn't expect them to be this busy out here at night.
Right. So, yeah. You know
Would
what?
I happen to know if that's kind of the usual thing that they're still in
Yes,
operation
it
in the
is.
evening?
It is.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure about the ones on the same latitude, but definitely Copper Vale still runs all the way through the night.
Well, you know what? I just had a thought. Perhaps we stick a pin in this, and Thea and I can talk to somebody we met recently about getting a guided tour.
Well, that would be a good idea, I think, actually.
Yeah. And perhaps a look at their books as well. I'm fairly certain betwixt you and I, Thea, we could get him to see things our way.
Yeah, I'm sure we could.
Well, this was a fun little field trip.
Well, you know, it again, it bears repeating. I recommend we move back to city center and sort of, and I look at Hannah, see where things lead us.
It's probably around midnight by now.
Yeah, see if we can't pick up any wayward scents that might give us a direction of travel. If nothing presents itself, concentric circles are always a viable search pattern option.
I'm sorry, Alexi. You take yourself so seriously. This is hilarious to me. I'm
Oh,
so
I'm
used.
sorry. We have serious work to do. If you don't, if you can't get on board with that, then
you're 100% right. I'm just used to the slow, like kind of laid back life that I've been living here for a while. So I'm just, it's a shock to my system, and
well, see, when
it
you say
gives
you
me the
take
giggles.
yourself so seriously, that feels like a barb directed at me. And if that's the case, then madam.
Oh, all right. I'm sorry. Social situations get away from me sometimes, so I apologize if I offended you. That was not necessarily the intent. I'm just having a giggle, I guess. I don't know. I
We find ourselves in an absurd situation. We are what we are, looking for what we are looking for. That is a rare circumstance, and forgive me if I do take that circumstance seriously. I am rather attached to existing, and would prefer to remain doing so. And if this task enables that, I'm going to take it seriously. It's not all parties and glitter and you know, anal sex for me. It's I do take things seriously occasionally.
What, you don't take your sexual encounter seriously?
Oh, I do, but you know, it's fun to make. Sorry, I will.
I
Fair enough, Hannah. Fair enough. Well played.
I'm gonna leave you alone for the rest of the night because I have stuck my shoe in my foot or my mouth.
Emma,
Yes.
you're fine.
No, it's okay.
A f-
You have to understand. Haven't really interacted with any more of our kind
Mhm.
in a while since escaping the chantry. So it's kind of
I mean, we're in my
I
we're yeah.
no, it's okay. I've said too much. I think you're right. We should go back. We should look for our non-friendly furry friends and see if they actually have skadoodled.
And do not be afraid. I understand what it means to try to fly below the radar.
Oh, I'm not saying you don't understand.
I
I'm
should say I
just
appreciate your plight is what I'm trying to say. So let us move forward from this little kerfuffle, friends.
that's fine. Yeah, sorry. I guess I'm a little giggly tonight. I don't know why. Maybe it was that alcoholic beverage. Wait, no, that
I
wouldn't
mean,
be the case.
if you want to get giggly, I can certainly facilitate that. I've got all sorts of medical enhancements that we can feed some kind
Oh,
and get real here.
I was concerned for a second because you just proclaimed your love of
Glitter and anal sex?
anal sex, and so I thought that was going to be your solution to this problem. So
No,
whew.
I'm sorry, dear. You're not really my type.
Oh, that's a relief. I no, yeah, sure. Sorry. Lead away. I keep getting in the way, and so I'm gonna uh, de-obstruct myself and allow us to move forward with this.
All right. Well, as I heard somebody say up here recently, pitter patter, let's get at her.
Local
Little too much for Lexi to
colloquialisms.
reiterate.
Okay.
Rubes, a lot of them.
When Lexi like shakes out, Emma's literally gonna turn to everybody and be like, okay, is that a side effect of the glitter and anal sex, or is this a Lexi thing?
Lila's gonna look at him and be like, probably both.
Okay, because like I just was surprised to see him like move like that.
Oh, I can move ways that would surprise you. My goal in my own life is to make a vampire blush, Emma. I have yet to succeed, but I'm working on it.
Down, puppy.
So where exactly are you all headed?
Like I said, city center, the most geocentric location in Sudbury.
So downtown, like downtown Sudbury City.
Yeah, Main Street, whatever.
Okay. Do. As
Yes, for the. Go ahead.
oh, I was just gonna say, as you're driving through, Hannah and Emma, you would know this building, but I'm not sure if Lexi would have seen it yet, depending on where your haven is. Definitely, Thea and Lilith, you would not have seen this yet. It's a giant falling down hospital that is painted brightly colored rainbow.
That's an interesting building.
Emma, you would probably know that it was just an attempt to create an attractive view out of a dilapidated building.
Yeah, I'm not going in there. Ladies.
What, are you scared?
No, mortified. That's
You're
God
just driving
awful.
past it. You're not stopping
Ugh.
there. You're just as you're driving past.
It's still going to pull my attention.
It's actually quite pretty. I will post a picture in Discord.
The St. Joseph's one?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is very pretty.
Yeah.
I digress. Moving right along towards city center, I will stop and find I should say I'll find a secluded spot away from any observation to stop and exit the vehicle and activate sense the unseen, take a peek around, see if anything's out there.
Just down like in the streets, kind of. No.
Yeah, just kind of. Well, I mean, like just in general, sort of look around, see if there's anything maybe that the naked eye would miss.
Definitely a lot of ghosts.
Oh, lovely.
Yep. A lot of ghosts. They don't really pay you much mind. A lot of them are in historical clothing. You can see a couple that would have been homeless, maybe. Some more modern ones as well, but definitely the majority of them would, be historical, past tense, probably 70s and past. But that's about it.
Upon seeing all of these wayward spirits, I will immediately stop using sense the unseen and just kind of okay.
Done with that.
Yeah. Hannah, darling, do you have any intuition as to where we might travel?
Mm. Oh no, I didn't pull up a book. Is it particularly loud in this area or anything? Like, would I get, if I turned on heightened senses, would I get my ears blown out? Okay, I will not do that in this area then.
Yeah, most likely. A lot of cars still, factories, like not necessarily factories, but warehouses, like city sounds.
Okay. Would I have any history or anything of being here in the past and having smelt or heard anything wolfy?
Depending on how long you would have been there for. Let's see if there's a memory roll or something. Give me a wits and streetwise. Yeah. I'm gonna pull up the map real quick.
Three successes.
So, as far as kindred go, probably not. You would have probably heard similar to a lot of ghost stories, hauntings, anything where if anything supernatural happened at all, it was just chalked up to being a ghost story. That's how far in the past it was. Yeah. The biggest hotspots that you know, as far as people claiming a lot of occult and supernatural occurrences, would be places like the hospital, Bell Mansion, um, some of the mines, even some of the older ones that aren't as being aren't in use anymore. That's what I was looking for. That kind of thing. You would also know that wolves in general haven't been here in at least 50 years or 30, sorry.
Okay. Well, wolves haven't been around for 25, 30 years probably, and most anything else is just are chalked up to ghosts. There's the mansion, there's the hospital. Lots of ghosts around supposedly. And I mean, I don't think my senses would do well down in the city center. My allergies kick up.
Indeed. Well, hmm. Thea, Lilith, Emma, do you have any ideas as to how we can ascertain the stray problem in the city?
Uh,
I mean, we haven't been here long, but it's almost seeming like there maybe isn't one.
well, like I told the Baron, there seem to have been some, but I don't know. They disappeared. I wasn't keeping close enough tabs on them, I suppose. I was just keeping enough of a to know if I was wandering into someplace I shouldn't. For the most part, it was trying to avoid them as best I could. And I haven't felt like I've interacted with anything that would say, hey, they're out here. Now, probably best not do it here. So,
Well, then perhaps a course forward is to, instead of trying to find them, we cement our position in the city so that if the time comes, they find us unassailable. And that is true for other parties as well. We should take advantage of the fact that this is a
Quiet city?
yeah, that's a generous way of putting it. Uh, and really entrench our employer's interests so that tug at any one thing and the house will fall down on you. On them, not us. As in, the house will always win. I'm sorry, my idioms are getting mixed up. I digress. Emma, Hannah, as the two who have been in the city the longest, what would you say is the most? I'm assuming it's the mine, but what would you say is the biggest boon to the economy here in this city?
the mine.
Yeah.
or
And-
mines.
Yeah.
But yeah, the mining is what brings all the Canadian dollars. So
All right. So, what we should do is perhaps start pulling the ones who own said mines into our sway.
I would think those are going to be corporations that aren't even based here, but I don't know. I'm not
Probably.
business minded.
Neither
I'm
am
not a
I.
suit.
Neither am I, and you're probably right. This is beyond my ken.
Why
Lilith?
don't? Yeah.
Bert could probably get you that information.
But Bert could probably get us this information.
but you also have they have to have their middlemen out here somewhere.
Yes, they're
So
managers, right?
probably, but I get where you're going. I'm just saying, instead of thinking that like we have to bring an entire corporation or company under our sway, you really just have to find the middlemen, the people who are minding the other.
In charge on the ground.
Yeah, and depending on what level of whatever you're going through, I mean, that should be doable, shouldn't it? I I'm talking as if I know I could do it. I don't think I could do it. So but I'm just saying it seems plausible is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, no, well, you bring up a valid avenue of attack. Lilith?
Lilith is going to text Bert, and then you and Thea mentioned you had a friend per se that worked in the mines. Could he not be the inside ears and eyes for us since he's acquaintance with both of you?
Potentially. It's a fresh relationship and must be tended to carefully in order to reach fruition. But as I said, I believe betwixt thee and I, we have ample acumen in this endeavor.
I mean, but it's a start.
It is a start, absolutely, and that is where we are at, aren't we? We are at the beginning of things.
Okay, so I'm just thinking, since I'm already having to look up zoning and stuff like that, I'm sure Bert can get us information on some names, but I can also look into that if that's necessary. I need to start writing down everything I need to look up at this point, but
Indeed. All right. So,
Lilith, will you
zoning.
text Bert?
If he knows any corporations that work with the mine or any of the people, like the higher up people that work in the mine that we could possibly get information from or would be willing to help us in some way.
Okay, so you get a message back rather quickly saying that he will get you some documents that will have the information that you require, probably by the end of the week.
She will exit out the message and look at the others and go, Bert said he could get us information, but it's going to take some time. But
Well, it's a good thing we are what we are, and time is something we have plenty of. No need to rush. No need to be hasty. So, that begs the question. Who wants to go have some fun?
Depends on what kind of fun you want to have.
Yeah, I was gonna say, didn't you allude to fun earlier, and that sent me to the bathroom. So
I'm thinking of going out, maybe collecting up a few revelers, finding a place that we can have a little fun, and getting them moderately to severely incensed, and then taking some sips and enjoying the rest of the evening.
So we're going from being gung ho, like, let's get stuff done, to let's go have a hotel party like that.
Hannah, if you can't find time in your own life to enjoy the simple pleasures, what are you even doing here? There is a time for business. There is a time for pleasure.
My simple pleasure is gonna go hang out in the woods under some trees and look at the stars. Compared to, how did you phrase it? Glitter and anal sex.
While I'm not planning on going and hanging out underneath the stars, I'm actually going to go back to my residence and start doing some research and writing up my notes and such for my associate, so they can get the ball rolling in that direction. I know I keep dipping out on everybody and just leaving the party, but it's important for me to do these things so that I can continue working on the things that I want to work on instead of solely the interests of our employer. So
All I am offering is good music, good dancing, and a buffet.
I'm not really much set on the buffet part of it, but I'll be down for some dancing and some good music.
Fantastic. Thea?
Well, I'm not sure I'd agree about the good music, but
Oh, the good music portion is if you wish to be the sommelier of tunes, then by all means.
but buffet does sound good.
Bruja after mine own heart. Hopefully not literally. So, let me work my magic, throw some glitter into the air, and get some
Wait.
mortals high and drunk.
What kind of establishment are you looking for?
Oh no, we're gonna, as Hannah said, throw a little hotel party, and
Oh, okay.
well, preferably find some sort of abandoned building and start advertising a pop-up rave. Which is
Because
something I
we have
met.
the equipment for
On
a
a Wednesday night?
pop-up rave.
No, but what you
All
have,
right.
what you have is somebody who can talk to the people who have that equipment and convince them that this is in their best interests. And this can all happen off screen.
All right. So,
I'm a party planner, baby.
Lilith, are you going to go to this party then?
Yes. Not gonna feast on people, but I will be there for the dancing.
Maybe keep an eye on Lexi as well.
Yeah.
And Thea.
I will also probably go to be bodyguarding, to be enforcement.
If you refuse, Lilith would probably be like, Hannah, please. I'm gonna go by myself.
You Lilith just turns to Hannah with like puppy dog eyes, like, please.
Please go.
Okay, fine.
And Thea's gonna go.
Okay. And Emma, you're just gonna go back.
Yeah, Emma's gonna go back to her haven and start doing
Okay.
some research stuff. So
Okay. So I'm gonna while you are
Procuring.
yes, that word.
That's kind of my specialty.
Yes.
we're going to go with Emma. Emma, you actually get a phone call from Waverly.
Emma's gonna answer it and just be like, "Hello, this is Charlotte. How can I help you?"
Hi, Charlotte. It's Waverly from the bar.
Oh yeah. You've got the name. So thanks thanks for calling, I guess. But what can I do for you since it's late?
Yes, sorry to bother you. About to close up shop here, but you said that you could get you could get books.
Yeah, depends on the book, but book procurement is part of my services that I do for the dog-eared
Do
collection.
you
So
do
hmm?
you have do you have much in the way of history for Bell Mansion and the St. Joseph's Hospital?
I would have to go through what I currently have access to. I'd have to go through the catalog of what's available at the bookstore, but I can probably procure books on that subject if that is something that is desired.
And I don't even necessarily mean history because I can get that anywhere.
Hmm.
Uh I'm talking about a little bit more deeper than that.
What do you mean
Like
by deeper? You have to be specific. Sorry.
a cult.
Oh, so you're looking for like local ghost stories? Is that?
Well, you make me sound like a freaking fanatic here. No, I
No,
mean
no,
more.
no. You're not a fanatic. I sorry. I'm only
Dang
teasing.
it, what's the word?
It's part of the thing. You see a lot of different people looking for different things, and quote unquote a cult is not something that is uncommon. So I mean unheard of or uncommon.
Understandable.
People look for that stuff, especially around Halloween, but it's not, we're not even near that. So I'm not, I don't, sorry, Waverly, do not feel that I am making fun of you or laughing at your expense. So
Let me explain it a bit better. So the hospital was shut down, and
mhm.
obviously there was the reason that was given to the general public. I want to know really why, if that makes sense.
Okay, but there's not going to be a book about the hospital shutting down because it hasn't been closed that long. So are you trying,
That's
so are you
true.
trying to ask me if I can break into someone's house and steal their diary, or, and I am being
I
sincere
mean,
in this.
could you? No.
I am
She kind of
being
laughs.
sincere in my questioning, Waverly, because I want to, if I'm gonna do work for you, I want to make sure that the work is what you want. And so it is important that I actually know what it is you're looking for.
I'm just curious. You can tell she's hesitant. You can tell that a there is something that she does not want to tell you.
Mm, it's fine.
Uh but she doesn't know quite how to ask for it either because the impression that you gave her was that you could get documents too. And
Uh,
so she's kind of hoping for um you strike her as the kind of person that could get information.
Tell you what, Waverly, since we've kind of come to an impasse of sorts on this, I will look and see what I can find. And if it is not what you're looking for, then I can try again. If it's what you're looking for, then uh, Yahtzee, I believe that's what they say. Uh, so you does that work for you?
Yes, anything you can get me at all, I would greatly appreciate.
Okay. So, but especially if I can get you the diary of like the director or something, is that?
Well, it doesn't have to be the diary. I
I
just, there's something about it, and it, it would actually greatly assist my benefactor. So,
okay. Um, perfect. Sure. I will see what I can do then. So, I will check all of the leads and pull at all the strings that I can get my hands on. So. if you come up with something you think will help, like direction or whatever, feel free to drop me a line. If I don't pick up, I'm probably busy. So
All right, I appreciate it. Thank you.
oh, you're welcome, Waverly. We, no offense, we won't talk shop price until I actually produce something. So if that's
Totally
okay with you.
understandable.
So
And money, whatever, it's not an object.
no, that's we'll figure something out when we cross that bridge. So
Perfect. All right, you have a good night.
you too, Waverly. Emma's just
Before we
thinking.
move on.
Emma's
Yeah.
just thinking a little bit to herself, like, okay, so, whatever. It's a job, and you never know. So now, though, Emma's thinking, I have to look up death records for the hospital. That's
Oh,
now
maybe.
that's another thing on her list of things, because she's trying to, so she's like adding this to the mental list of stuff she has to pull. So yeah.
I mean, it might all tie in. It might be there. You never know.
Oh, there's a
If
reason.
you're looking for one thing, you'll get other information. So
there is a reason she's thinking about having to look up the death records, because there is a trick that she was taught that she might use to expedite her searching process. So
all right. So now we go to Lexi, Hannah, Thea, and Lilith. Lexi has managed to somehow get a room in one of the more quiet hotels. It's not popular like a Super 8 or a Hilton or whatever, but it's not going to be as run down as a Golden Empire or something. So it's it's a nice enough hotel, but there's not going to be a lot of people around. So somehow you've managed to get a few people there with you.
Well, if you want me to explain it, I just, find
Go ahead.
somebody of college. If I find somebody of college age, whisper the appropriate thing into their ear, tell them to text all their friends, and then, their friends will text their friends, and then, it's an easy enough process to find a flyer for a local DJ. And Bob's your uncle at that point.
Yes.
I'm sure there's some skids running around that would be more than happy to DJ this.
Oh, I'm sure. So it's about, let's say, 2:00 in the morning by this point.
And as we all know, everything great happens after 2 a.m. Yeah, my intent with this is to sort of establish myself with the college age, because that's kind of how Lexi appears, is to be in that sort of grad school age, 22, 23-year-old, and establish himself as as a real good time is had around him. So it behooves you to be around him.
Know him. Yeah.
Atmosphere that he provides. And if there happens to be the children of any movers and shakers in this town attending this party, that would more the better. And I will look to Thea. I was just going to say, and I will look.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, and I would look to Thea and say, so, Thea, what kind of music would you like to hear?
Oh, what I would like to hear, most of these kids probably wouldn't like.
Everything can be remixed, darling.
That's so.
I once heard a fellow in Soho remix Camptown Races with 50 Cent. It was odd, but it grew on you.
Okay.
But please, tell me, what is it you want?
Well, I've always enjoyed Presley.
A little hound dog, a little jailhouse rock.
Yep.
Let me talk to the DJ. Put a bug in his ear about that. Perhaps he can do something with the ones and twos. I believe that's the parlance. I don't fucking know. And see what he can come up with.
All right.
And I will talk to the DJ about remixing some rockabilly into some Jason Derulo or something.
Nice. I'm sure they can make it happen.
Hey, like I said, you can literally remix anything. So, and rockabilly has a good beat. Otherwise, it wouldn't have been so popular.
So, starting to get a good party going. How many people do you think you would have
I mean,
gathered by now?
assuming this is like at least a suite, you could probably do something in the vicinity of 15 to 20.
Penthouse suite?
Presumably, if that's available in Sudbury, that's what I would go for.
Some hotels. I mean, they are going to be the more nicer ones. So if you were looking, we could.
I have the funds, so.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got the funds.
Okay.
So yeah,
I wasn't sure if you were looking for that or something more quiet. So
well, I'm not trying to throw a bush party in Lupine territory. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, a nice little get together, with the cream of the crop, and hopefully somewhere in this, there's a few future movers and shakers that we can get hooks into. But in the interim, DJs doing their thing, moving through the room, looking to Lilith and Theus, like kind of listening in on what sort of networking they're doing, if any, and then doing my own networking. And this is something you can. I leave it in your hands, very capable hands, storyteller.
So I'm going to have Lexi, I want you to roll a charisma and actually no, let's do manipulation and persuasion. Just to see who all shows up.
Going to rouse to surge manipulation. That is a success.
Okay.
So let me see here. It is 1, 2, 3. Persuasion, you said? Does a seduction specialty factor in?
Not in this case, no.
I can't seduce guys and gals to come to the party.
It's a little bit harder over text and through the grapevine.
For now, it is. Wait until I get that rank 5 presence. Okay, I'm going to willpower that. Oh. 3. I currently have 4 successes, but I'm going to willpower that. I have 5 successes, which is nothing to shake your finger at. That's actually a really good margin.
Sorry, I was on mute. So as far as children, well, I shouldn't say children.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Pump your brakes there, buddy.
I was thinking children of companies.
Okay.
Teenager, youth.
No,
like,
no, I'm going for college age
grad.
kids, 18 to 22, plus
Okay.
grad school. Like they're adults. Let's Twitch. I'm
All right,
trying to get
adults.
adults, consenting adults.
That's my mistake. Bad wording. Probably not necessarily from the like top level companies, but you're probably going to have some from machinery services for the mining companies, property management, construction.
You said the magic
stuff.
word and said property management. Real estate
Yeah.
is wonderful. Excellent. So yeah, if you want me to make a blanket roll to get them addicted to what Lexi did, I will do that.
Okay.
And I will. Is this a one-on-one or a group thing? Because that will dictate which I use.
Probably a group thing.
All right. So that means I don't have to rouse. And it's just going to be one of those things of I'm going to grab a mic and be like, if you like the fun you're having tonight, keep your ear to the ground because I plan on throwing a lot more of these, baby.
All right.
And I am going to use awe to get them to be amenable to said. So persuasion, charisma. Oh, that's a lot of successes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 successes. With a critical.
Critical success. Okay, so that crowd is
Toreador, baby.
yours.
Yeah, Toreador,
That crowd
baby.
is yours.
Yeah, and I'm moving through there like a Canada goose.
They've already arrived anticipating a good time. They're already a little bit, into what's being served. Music is good. So yeah, they're yours. That crowd is yours.
Yeah, oddly enough, that remix of Katy Perry and Elvis Presley is just fantastic.
Wow. I mean, wouldn't be surprised.
Mm-hmm.
Thea and Lilith and Hannah, what are you doing?
Lilith is in the crowd just like dancing, and she's probably found like some boy that is cute to her, so she's probably like dancing with him, not paying attention to Lexi, which might be a bad thing, but
Hannah is just doing like the semi like bodyguard kind of thing. I am leaning against the wall, arms crossed, just like leaning up against the wall, just watching.
There's a pretty wide berth around you. Not a lot of people are gonna get too close to Hannah.
I'm kind of, purposely like trying to not like flex as my arms are crossed, but be like exuding like I'm trying to be a bodyguard, not that I am obviously a predator.
There.
They will be dancing, chatting with some people, trying to convince someone to go off.
Okay. Anybody in particular catch your eye?
Is Mark in attendance?
No.
Dang.
Not to
I'll get him again.
Taller, dark-haired guy toward the edge of the crowd, but who's still dancing there.
Okay. And you're trying to pull them away from the crowd or just get their attention?
We'll get their attention to start with, but then pull him away. She's a little hungry.
Okay. It's a good night. Are you popping any disciplines or just going with the flow?
Yeah, I'll use awe.
Okay.
And I have persuasion for victims. Does that get me anything extra, or?
Are you talking potential feeding
Yeah.
victims?
Yes.
If that's what you're trying to do. I mean, that's up to the SD.
Yeah.
Sorry, this Katy Perry and Elvis Presley, it's got me, yeah.
Hannah's foot may be tapping along to the beat.
Okay. I got a critical success. That's 3, is it? Or
A critical is if you get 2 10s.
yeah.
If you got one of those 10s is a hunger die, then that is a messy critical.
Okay.
But if
I actually
yeah.
rolled 3 10s.
So
One of them was a hunger dice.
Okay, so you have a messy critical. So you have so each set of successes, critical successes is 4 successes. So it's doubles the number of successes. So you got
Okay.
5 successes off of those 3. Well,
Okay.
no, sorry. Yeah. So if those were the only successes you had, so you got
Yeah.
5 successes off of those, but then if you have any other successes, then those
No.
will add into it. So okay.
And also,
Sorry, I
if
did
you
a really
want-
bad job explaining that.
If you want to avoid the messy critical, you can spend a willpower point and re-roll those non-hunger die 10s.
Okay.
Which,
Yeah,
in
I'll
this
do
instance,
that.
you may want to avoid the messy. We're kind of in a public place.
Yeah. I got 1 more success.
Okay, so you have 10 on. You have one on the. You have a success on the hunger die, and you have another. So that's 2 successes.
Yes, is
Assuming,
that
assuming you reroll, you spent a willpower to reroll those 10s. Okay, so yeah, that's 2 successes.
okay? Is that still, that's not a messy crit anymore, right?
No.
Okay. I didn't think so. Okay. So how do you want to pull him away? Like, so you're pulling him away to a corner? Where are you wanting to go?
I mean, there's bedrooms in this suite, so
Yeah, to one of the bedrooms.
Okay, so he follows you and just closes the door behind him.
and feeding commences.
Yep.
Yes.
And yeah, I'm going to be looking, asking who people are, you know, um,
Yep.
where they come from, ask them about their families and try and establish who's who and what's what in this small little venue. But, there's a diamond in the rough in here. At least I'm hopeful there is.
Anybody in particular
I-
catch your eye, or
Some pretty young thing. I mean, this is Sudbury.
so there's a mixed group of people just kind of chatting to themselves, and you catch them talking about mining. Yeah, my dad, he's like, I don't know, he's so excited right now. Something about something happening at Copper Vales, and he's so excited about it. I'm just, he won't shut up about it.
What exactly does he have to say, darling? And who am I talking to?
You just kind of slide in.
Oh yeah, I own this.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So the kind of nondescript gender, short black hair. They're dressed in a red jumper with a white blouse. Who are you? Right, no,
Oh,
you're the guy that was just up there.
yeah, I'm the one throwing this
Hi.
little soiree. Hi, I'm.
How's it going? Kind of playing with their hair.
Oh, it's fantastic. This is only my second night in town, and already I'm able to put something like this together. Just imagine what I'm going to be able to do a week from now.
Oh, I'm so excited. You're gonna do
Oh.
another one? This has been so
Oh,
fun.
Okay, so if I can be real with you for a second,
Mhm.
I love throwing these because just the energy in the room and everything like that, it's all up, and if you're around positive people, positive things will happen to you. And like, that's why I sent the people invites that I sent the people to, because they're all positive people. You know what I'm saying? You seem like a super positive person.
I've been told that, yeah.
Yeah. See, I knew it. I knew it. Do you want to get a drink with me?
What are you thinking?
Well, what's your what exactly do you want? I can service all kinds.
I really like Blue Lagoons.
I will facilitate that if you would come with me, and I'll offer her my hand.
Okay. Their
Or
hand.
them,
Yes.
them, excuse me. You said yes.
That's okay.
And I will, as as we're walking back there, I'm going to very nonchalantly look how to make a blue lagoon on my phone.
Okay.
If you need me to roll for subtlety, I will do so. I believe that would be dexterity
They are
subterfuge.
they are totally still in
Oblivious.
awe of you. They're not
Fantastic.
paying
And
attention to
so
what you were
once
doing with your phone.
So once I get the ingredients, I'll make her up a blue lagoon like she's never had. Excuse me. I will make them up a blue lagoon like they've never had before. And I will offer to her. So tell me, what is it that's got your folks so excited?
Oh, God, yes. So I don't even know. He just keeps going on about this new work order that's coming in, and they're so excited to potentially get it, but it's going to take time to get the work order. And oh, he just won't shut up about it. He just keeps going on and on and on. It gets boring after a while. It's like, I don't want to hear about it, Dad.
Believe me, I know all about parental units that are just, they only care about one thing and they never take the time to set that down and look at you. So,
Yeah. I wish he would just want to talk about things that I do, you know? I mean, I love him and everything, and I'm really happy for him, but
well,
it
yeah,
gets boring after a while.
it gets boring, and it's nice to know that you're important to somebody, especially your parents.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you're here. You've got a fantastic drink in your hand. You're talking to me. You got to be doing something right.
I mean, you're right.
So, tell me all about yourself, darling. Let's start with your name.
These days, I've been going just by F.
F? Well, F, I'm Lexi.
I heard. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I assume you're going to school?
Actually, just finished.
You just finished, and what was your major?
Well, it was actually just for a certificate, but
Hey, don't knock that now. Knowing how to do things is what makes this world turn.
very true.
Very true. So, now that we've got the banal small talk out of the way, I want to know something about you, F. I want to know what's your favorite moment in this life? I want you to picture it in your mind and then tell me about it.
And then F proceeds to just word vomit everything about themselves that you want to hear. There's
That
not a whole lot that they know about what their dad was saying, but enough to get you
Mhm.
intrigued, it seems. So,
And I am going to reciprocate with just, sort of, how do I phrase this? Active listening, let's put it that way. And then when they are done with their story, I will just say, that is amazing. Thank you so much for sharing that with me. You know, like I said earlier, there's a positive vibe and everything like that, but it's people like you that, with an experience like that and being able to communicate it with such joie de vivre, you are a rare specimen, F. And it
you've got
is.
them in your hands.
So, and at this point, I'll start, gently touching them on their hand and on their arm and caressing their cheek. So you want to.
Lead on, go, lead me, go.
And feeding will happen.
Yes. Hannah and Lilith, we're getting close to the end of the night now.
I'm going to occasionally, if they are clearly too drunk or starting trouble, I'll like break that up occasionally. I'll make sure that they're just starting to just go
Go home.
Go home.
Yeah.
You're done here. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
and seeing like if they've got rides home and things like that, make sure that they're safe, and then proceed to just be like, okay, bye now.
Okay.
Lilith, at this point, the guy she was dancing with, I'm pretty sure at this point he would probably try to get her number, and then she would like proceed to like write down a fake number and give it to him and be like, call me, and then let him sleep.
So Lexi and Thea, you finish feeding and Lilith with that fake number being given out and totally accepted. Oh, thank you. I'm gonna call you tomorrow. And then from there,
Yeah, I would like
Lexi,
to
do you
actually.
give them a ride
Yeah,
home? Okay, go ahead.
I would like to. Well, number one, I'd like to give F a ride home
Okay.
and figure out where it is they live at, and start and just make a very solid mental note of where that address is. And then, yeah, I'm going to circle back to that like a mofracky.
Okay. Hannah?
Once everyone's gone and everything, I'll actually like kind of pick up the mess a little bit.
Okay.
And then head home after that.
Are you doing any exploring at all on your way home?
I'll probably do a little, just kind of like hit some spots where I would think that maybe some wolves might hang out, like any parks or anything along the way, any trails. Taking her basically a real meandering path home.
Okay. Can I have you roll wits and awareness?
I'm actually going to rouse. I'm good to get 2 more for wits. Six successes.
Okay. So there are grown-in paths and small meadow areas around like the little lakes that indicate they might have once been used by campers or surveyors. Not a whole lot. You're not going to necessarily write these areas off yet because they do kind of trigger something like a suspicion. Maybe you'll come back to it on another night, but not a whole lot.
Okay. I'll just kind of make mental notes of where I might come back and check later and then head out.
Okay. Lexi, Thea, and Lilith. Lexi, you give Thea and Lilith a ride home before turning in for the night.
Is sunrise approaching?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I will take them back to the. I'm going to call it a compound because that's what it sounds like. And then I will return to my haven in the city proper.
Okay. Thea and Lilith, anything you do before you tuck in for the night?
Nothing specific, like nothing important, just the normal before heading to turn in.
Lilith?
She would probably do the same, just let the high from the party leave.
Okay. Emma, anything you do before sunrise?
Emma's going to leave a note for her, the person who runs the shop for her, and is going to just basically ask her to get the records on the. I want to know all the city council members, and if they have like business cards and stuff, I want those, and that kind of stuff. So, and if she can get physical copies of like the death records from the hospital. If they have something like a city requirement sort of type deal, I want physical copies of those as well if possible. So
Okay.
but I'll always just put that on a note for her to have, so that way it's so I'll leave it on her desk and I'll go back to my hidey hole. So
Okay. So with that, the sun rises and it's quiet for you. And that is the end of today's scene. So I'm going to just say, please follow us on Twitch here. We're going to be back again next Saturday as well. Links are in the sidebar. Usually Spectra would be here to do this. So yes, everything in chat. You can follow us at those links that sorry, I'm tired now.
So we have
then,
we have Discord links should be going in the chat about now. We also have player Twitters and stuff like that, I believe, link for that should go in the chat now as well. So make sure you follow Archives of Dragon if you're not already following. And they do Changeling. I believe they're actually starting up yesterday, so the first session will be Friday. So every Friday nights they do Changeling, and then we do Vampire here on Saturdays.
And is there anything that anybody wants to promote before we close?
Windy City After Dark is coming back on the 6th of June. You can, as Emma said, you can hit up our socials for details on that. That was a lot of fun, guys. A little bit of partying like a Toreador do, but with a purpose.
Yeah, I've just got something quick. Since this is being shown on Saturday, this afternoon, 5 o'clock, I will be on the Games Tavern playing a Dungeons and Dragons game for charity. I believe it is No Kid Left Hungry is what we are raising money for this weekend.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Lilith, anything you'd like to promote?
Just my Twitch channel again. I feel like it's redundant that I keep promoting it,
That's
but
totally fine.
I am now 30 away from becoming an affiliate. I now have 20 followers.
Awesome.
So if you want to see me play some games and be scared and talk crap about characters in games, you should follow my Twitch.
And with that, everybody have a lovely evening. Oh.
Nope, that's it.
That's it? Okay.
Sorry.
It's okay.
New stream jitters, y'all. Sorry.
Yeah.
I know. No, that's fine.
I will say really fast.
I
was just gonna say. So Mickey mentioned McStabber Studios. They do Windy City After Dark, coming back in June. But tomorrow you can catch Windy City After Dark's Memoriam second set, which has Corey, our storyteller, it has Mickey.
Woohoo!
And it has me in them, and that will be at 5 p.m. EST over on McStabber Studios channel on Twitch. But yeah, so there's all kinds of stuff out there. So
yeah,
and that's it.